everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me Farhan, and today we're going to be looking at secret study hacks that will boost your grades. Stop wasting time. Seriously, most students are stuck using revision methods that don't even work. In this video, I'm giving you 5 study hacks that actually save time, boost memory, and get you better grades. By the end, you have a revision plan that finally works for you. Here's a problem. Most people spend hours studying, rewriting notes, highlighting, scrolling on their phone, while pretending that it's actual revision. But GCSEs aren't about how long you revise for, they're about how smart you revise. Let me show you how. So let's start with timing. Number 1. I would advise you to study in around 90-minute chunks, followed by a 30-minute break. This way, you've got enough time to actually lock in and focus on the topic you're studying. But it isn't that long, to make you feel tired. Also, it's important to take breaks. So this 90 to 30 rule is so simple yet effective. It definitely worked for me. Okay, number 2, NTP. Now, this method is not talked about at all. You might be asking what NTP even means. Well, it stands for Notes, Textbook, Past Papers. What you do is that you first read your notes, and once you're okay, you look at your textbook and refer to the subject specification. So you know what can come up in the actual exams. Then, once you've thoroughly gone through each step, move on to doing past papers. And you can start by doing individual past paper questions for topics, but gradually start doing whole past papers. Okay, especially if you're at the end of your course. So let's say if you're at the end of year 11. Now I have to say that this method mostly works for STEM subjects, like the sciences and maths. Number 3, rote to learning. So it's another very underrated method, and again, it can be effective once it's done properly. Rote learning is where you literally just memorize the information, and the focus here is to get it in your brain without any understanding beforehand. So this hack works for essay subjects, where there's no way around certain topics. Let's take history, for example. So you have to learn dates and you have to learn key events and very specific details about each topic. So I remember when I did history, some things genuinely only stuck in my head if I'd memorized them over and over again. Just a point though, to note is that you should always understand the stuff you're memorizing. Otherwise, rote learning is a waste of time and you're just putting meaningless words in your head. Number 4, revising with friends. Now, this is such a good method if you're serious about doing well. When you're with friends, you're often more motivated and you have more resources to share and learn from. Just remember not to get distracted too often, otherwise you are wasting your time. I would recommend to have about 2 to 4 people in a revision group and nothing more than that. Otherwise, it turns a bit too chaotic and you cannot revise properly. Number 5, my final study hack is blurting. Now, this isn't a personal favorite of mine, but it actually works. I've seen a lot of people use this method, just because it focuses your mind much faster than, looking at some flashcards or reading a textbook. Also, you write down everything you know, so you find out how much you know of a certain topic, which is useful once it comes to identifying your weak areas. So stop wasting your time with revision methods that don't work. Use these hacks instead. Rote learning, the 90-30 rule, NTP, blurting, and revising with friends. They're simple, they're fast, and they actually work. If you found this helpful, please hit the subscribe button because I've got loads more GCSE tips and hacks coming up. See you in the next one.